a total experience of close to 17 years with in the quality assurance and engineering space.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. So you can go ahead with your intro, and then we'll get started.
Yeah, definitely. So I have around 16 plus years of experience in quality. Within that 16 years, 12 years purely into automation. Last 4 years I working as a test automation architect. And within that 16 years, 8 years I worked with IBM and 5 years with Cognizant. And last 2 years I working with Capgemini and Micro Focus. When you talk about the Capgemini and Micro Focus, the Micro Focus is purely for a functional automation tool as well as for performance tools. Sales pitch I taken care. So I used to elaborate the all product capabilities to the customer and ensuring that our product is working fine or not. And my automation journey started with even IBM itself. So IBM itself started automation journey for the Selenium. And when I was in the Selenium implementation with TestNG, I started with even healthcare account in IBM itself. And from the IBM I moved to Cognizant. Cognizant I got an opportunity to work with insurance domain with first it was a healthcare with the Tracendos, and after that I moved from Tracendos to healthcare account MaxLife. So MaxLife I started again the TestNG Selenium framework implementation along with the performance and security testing also. Then I moved with Python robot Python robot automation in Caterpillar account. From the Caterpillar account, then I moved for GOSI. The GOSI is another Saudi Arabia account which I rolled out for the automation. And when I come to for certification wise, I completed my certification is ISTQB and Amazon Web Service Associate Architect certification also completed, and TMI certification also done over there. Okay, so these are all certification which I did it. But when I talk about Capgemini, so Capgemini I was supporting for Cypress as well as for Tosca. These two technology which I am supporting now, and Tosca is I'm trying to do with even certification also. That is my short background.
Okay, all right. So right now, like how many years of total experience of healthcare experience do you have?
Healthcare, especially for around near to 4 years. Okay, IBM I was in the healthcare account in WellPoint. So WellPoint is a major time I spent over there. And apart from that, then I moved to Tracendos. Tracendos is the major one. From there also it was working with healthcare. It's a claim. In WellPoint also it was a claim system only working. Here also was a claim system. Around 4 years it will come for claim process which I worked over there.
Okay, great, okay. All right. So did you ever work on Tosca?
Yeah, currently I was working Tosca last 6 months. So for this Tosca is for SAP MM which I am supporting over there. Okay. And yearly I was 6 months I was asked to support for Cypress. The Cypress is the existing tool, existing framework which I want to roll out. But now last 6 months I was supporting with only with Tosca with SAP MM application.
Okay. So can you elaborate a little bit on what you're doing with the Tosca, like what kind of automation you're doing? So is it a web page or is it a mainframe? Like what kind of application is it, and what is it you automated?
So for the is a purely for SAP application. It is a logon web based SAP. Okay. So from here also they have integration with the backend with other tools also. So they want to integrate with even mobile data also set. But consultant wise they want to ensure that consultant perspective the testing has to be done. So they have the existing system that digital transformation is happening. So they want to front end they are integrating with AEM. So backend is a SAP systems running over there. Front end they want to be showcase all the data with help of AEM, so that the AEM will be look and feel will be very smooth, so that mobile as well as for a web can be utilized with the same platform with the both platform. So for that they are asked to start with Tosca. So Tosca they want to implement the existing all the framework. So Tosca framework itself we started creating the test cases And the test cases is the strategy wise we are rolled out. The strategy is a major one which we discussed very more than 2 months. We have discussed the strategy, how we are going to maintain all the test cases, how we are going to structure, and how the process will be there. So those things will be discussed. Then after that, just slowly it started with 2-member team Tosca. Now we are 4 members are working in the Tosca project itself for SAP with the front-end AEM.
Okay, okay, all right, okay. And do you have experience with Selenium as well? Like, so Tosca, coming back to Tosca, right? Have you worked on ever Tosca DI, data integrator?
So far it is a SAP only, your data integrated, it's not started. There's no much complicated in our project, but going forward it might be there. We have planned for training also for that.
Okay, okay, all right. And yeah, so how about Selenium? So have you performed any automation with using Selenium?
Yes, Selenium is my major hand which I worked over there. Selenium TestNG framework. Then after that I moved to Selenium with robot framework with API testing. These 2 things work. Selenium TestNG framework I purely implemented in Max Life Insurance. And when I come to Caterpillar account, the Caterpillar account which is for API testing, for that rest assured with robot framework which I implemented. And Selenium is the 2 major implementation I did it.
Okay. So what is? Can you take one project that you did using Selenium with the TestNG and explain?
Yeah. So
the process, please.
Yeah, we can talk about that Max Life. The Max Life Insurance is the one of the project which I implemented with Selenium. From the scratch we started, because that project is the enhancement project, is an existing digital transformation project which they have. They have an existing CRM backend running over there, but they want to implement with the very latest technology with mobile as well as for your front end is a latest technology. So for that they want to roll out for the automation. So automation, they are not ready to spend additional effort or additional cost on that. They want to utilize the Cognizant any tool, but they are not interested to utilize the Cognizant tool. They want to go for open source. Then we started showcasing the Selenium TestNG framework. And the futurist way, they asked to this TestNG framework has to be integrated with even CI/CD pipeline also. So we are considered all this mind, and then we started building that. So our first strategy for automation framework is just simple thing. We not make much complicated on that, because there is the existing application. Only thing, the front end they are making change. In back end wise, there is no much testing was. They don't want any testing in the back end side. But only thing, front end validation has to be done for the insurance premium calculation. The premium calculation is the major functionality which they want to be validated in the automation perspective, because their changes is happening only for premium side day to day. So they want to ensure that premium calculation engine is working perfectly or not, even though particularly they want to validate only for premium calculation. Apart from the major functionality, they want to check it in the CI/CD pipeline. So for that we have started building our test framework. The TestNG we have taken as the TestNG framework, and also we have integrated with Maven. So and apart from that, we have integrated with CI/CD pipeline also. Git and Jenkins also used in the project. So Git is a repository we used that, and Git Jenkins is used for our CI/CD pipeline job creations. So this is the way we can support that. When you talk about the TestNG framework itself, we have created a structure wise. The testing structure we can consider, and test case creation wise we use for Selenium, and whatever we have the Selenium validation asset methodology we use that. The complicated is only for premium calculation. They keep on changing. That product itself we have kept more insight, and we have utilize the test strategy for that input mechanism validation purpose. Okay, like upper level and lower level mechanism which is used over there. And apart from that, the workflows for generic workflows are tested in a different way. So here we used for data driven methodology. We used that. We have kept all the data in the separate Excel sheet. From there we kept all the test data is utilized for our testing purpose. And this testing, we have a separate environment given for the automation perspective, and we used to develop all the script in our separate automation test environment, and we have executed all the script into for the pre-prod environment, not from the production or not from the QA environment. We have a separate pre-prod environment, only pre-prod environment utilized for our automation execution. but in the automation environment we used to execute our development script in the automation environment itself. This is the way we worked out there.
Okay, okay, perfect. Okay. And how do you manage the defect management life cycle? Like, how do you track the defects, and how does that process work in your project?
Yeah, defect management lifecycle. For that, we have the 16-member team. So within the 16-member team, we have the functional testing as well as for automation team and performance, and then we have the security team. So we are all. Then we have the developer team. So within the QA itself, 16-member, the development team itself size was it was around more than 20 people was there. Okay, so around 40-member team for handling this defect. So for that they have introduced with the Bugzilla only. Okay, they are not introduced any paid tool. So they want to utilize for the Bugzilla in our Cognizant itself. From there they have taken all the defect into for they used it for Jira also. So they have we internally we used to manage all the defect in the Bugzilla. And for the client side they have separate tool, the Jira, they have maintained all the defect. Within the Bugzilla, what I used to do, I used to run the everyday report and the person-wise report and the defect status report. I used to run it and I used to track it. And the training is given for the defect management lifecycle. Entirely Bugzilla was given that. And the status-wise for bug statuses, I used to generate and I used to report to client as well as for our Cognizant team also. And also every weekly thrice, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we used to have the defect triage call with the customer. In that triage call, we used to demonstrate how the status, what are the defects are identified and how the defect fixing ratio was there. Those things will be shared with the customer. From there, we have taken a status report for our deployment.
Okay, okay, alright. And can you explain what is your current role in your project? Like, what your current project you're on? What is your role there?
Yeah, current role, the Tosca is I am purely into like for automation architect role. Okay, whenever any new project or any new proposal is coming over there, I used to provide my solutioning and I used to provide my input to the customer as well as for demonstrate the product. So for that I had taken as a Tosca is the one product and another one is for a Jira software management lifecycle as a one of the overall architect role which I taken over there. So these two projects which I am handling. So Tosca is my own baby and Jira is the another baby which came into my picture. For that I used to support for the RFE perspective. Okay, so what are the activity can be done in the Jira, entire admin access as well as testing access, how the Jira can be maintained, how the project will be created, and once the project is created, how the agile board is managed, how the workflow can be fixed. So those activities will be rolled out with the Jira. And Tosca is the testing perspective, automation perspective I taken for even Tosca also. That's what I am doing now.
Okay. And can you integrate Jira with the Tosca?
Jira with Tosca also, but we're not done. But I'm not sure, but it can, I think. But I'm still not checked that. Okay, in my perspective.
Okay. So in any of your applications, right? In any of your automation projects that you have done, have you integrated the automation tool with the defect life cycle?
Yes. All ALM is the major tool which I implemented for my overall customization perspective. ALM with UFT we have integrated. We have executed all the test cases from the ALM itself, and also the defect also will be linked. The requirement mapping can be done within the ALM itself. Okay, we start from the testing life cycle. We can requirement itself. We can map the test cases from the test case itself. Test execution result can be done. Once the test execution is done, if pass or fail, based upon that we can create our defect. That failure test cases can be added with the defect also. So that entire requirement management is done in the ALM itself, and also automation script regarding for UFT and Worksoft also, which is executed in the ALM front end itself. And ALM itself we can integrate with the CI/CD pipeline with GitHub and Jenkins also.
Okay.
That I did it. That I rolled out because Micro Focus majorly we used to demonstrate our product capability. So that I have shown this all the use case to the customer for how the ALM can be integrated with other tool other than UFT also. how other tool can be integrated. We have separate app will be there. So MF Connect, from the MF Connect we can do for customization. For example, if in ALM, if any SAP project we are doing, the test cases will be the generous format of test cases will be there. But if you want to add any additional column or additional test data, you want to add it for the ALM, we can do from the customization in the admin level. So that new column will be added in our ALM itself, so that customer can be utilize that. So this kind of implementation customization is done myself to the customer. For even Walmart I did it. Okay, like that we have multiple customer to showcase to the ALM customization.
Okay, perfect. And do you have any experience with SOAP UI testing or Postman REST services?
REST services I did it. Postman is a manual I did it, and API REST REST Azure is the automation to robot framework which I implemented. So JSON file which validation done on that. Okay, so I used for JSON file. So JSON mechanism will be utilized there. Okay, so to validate data from the backend and store it into dictionary. Then from the dictionary you have to retrieve the data and you have to validate in the JSON file. That's what I implemented in Caterpillar. Caterpillar is the one of the account which I implemented with API testing with REST Azure. Okay. With JSON file.
So what are the different type of REST verbs?
What are the different type of
REST services? Like you have post, get, and all, right?
Yeah,
so
post, get, let's say, sorry, 4 type of will be there: post, get, delete, and insert. Okay.
Okay. So can you just elaborate on 4 of those and like take an example how you use them?
Yeah, we can say the post will be the only for insert, like it's kind of insert, and delete will be we can get and post and get, post, delete, and pull. Okay, so these are all the generic mechanism will be in for API testing. So moreover, we used to segregate all the API testing always with this 4 kind of mechanism only. Okay. When you talk about insert, if you want to insert the data, okay, we can send only for just inserting data with JSON file. Get, retrieve the data we can use for get, and when you want to update any backend side, we can pull and push, we can do it.
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. So I think that's all I have, Suresh. Do you have any questions?
No, I don't have anything. Okay.
Okay. All right then. Thank you, Suresh. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.